is the Google Pixel 4a 5G, and by no doubt, at least in my opinion, it is still a great phone. But with the rise of more premium devices from Google themselves and other companies with cheaper devices with better specs in this phone, where does this leave this 2020 mid-range flagship phone from Google? And should we even buy it in 2022? What's up guys, Lewis from Mensah Tech Reviews, and today we're going to be talking about why I think the Pixel 4a 5G is better than you think in 2022. So the first reason I think that this phone is very good, especially in these times, is because of the design. And I would probably not recommend this phone if the fingerprint was on the screen, because the fingerprint is on the back, you can just lay this down and then put your finger on it and then it'll unlock. So it's a lot easier to have to do this without even wearing a mask. And overall, this design is clean and minimalistic. It is quite soft when you're holding it, but it does have some significant weight to it, which means it doesn't feel cheap, which is pretty good. Overall, it feels pretty good for the price. Also, this does have a hole punch camera if you're not a big fan of bezels, so that's pretty good. So something that makes a pixel is really the cameras. And Google updated their cameras with the Pixel 6 and the 6 Pro. And I've got to say, those cameras are really good. And if you guys want me to do a photo comparison with this phone and the Pixel 6 Pro, let me know down below. But the photos with the Pixel 4a 5G so far, in some ways, are better. This is because with the weaker 12 megapixel main sensor and the 16 megapixel ultra wide sensor, this doesn't really have great cameras. But because of the powerful image processing, the photos that you get with this phone are pretty good. Whereas on the Pixel 6 Pro, for example, they can seem a little bit oversaturated or over punchy, or sometimes too much of a certain aspect with the photo, which can kind of make the photo fall apart. The video with this phone is a different story. So this is the front camera on the Pixel 4a 5G coming from the actual audio, and then this is the back camera coming from the Pixel 4a 5G. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but in my opinion, with the new phones like the Pixel 6 Pro, the iPhone 13 Pro Max, the videos on this phone are just so much better. So if you're looking to make some great content with this phone, when it comes to video, you shouldn't go and get this just for that, even though that's exactly what we did. I've actually shot the past 2 or 3 videos on this phone, so you can look through those yourself to see what kind of products I'm reviewing, and if you want to buy them, or just to see the quality of the camera itself. And whilst you're down there, why don't you subscribe? I want to get to 150 subscribers by the end of February. It is a tough benchmark, but I think we can do it. So the user experience and the so-called pixel experience with this phone as well is just lovely. I love using this phone on a day-to-day basis, and overall using the interface is really smooth. This is a quite old phone when it comes to how much has been updated, so any bugs have been addressed. So, well, you should, if you do get this phone fresh out the box with little or no bugs. The haptics are just amazing, and the control center looks a lot better in my opinion. There are just so many software tweaks in Android 12, like Material U, which I love, and other features which just make the phone on a day-to-day basis a better user experience. And whilst talking about software, let's talk about the screen. So this has a 1080 by 2340 OLED display, which is actually pretty good. And whilst this does have a 60Hz refresh rate, which most other phones have nowadays in this price bracket, if you don't need a 60Hz, a 90Hz refresh rate, it's fine. If you're coming from a phone which does have a 90Hz plus refresh rate though, you will notice a difference. So I would only upgrade to this phone again if your phone that you currently have is worse than what you think of this phone. Watching videos and gaming on this phone is a smooth and fluid experience, and I really do enjoy using the screen on this phone. The colours are vibrant, and the Full HD Plus display is enough. It is 6.2 inches though, so it is rather big, but it is smaller than the counterparts from Google themselves, with the Pixel 6 having about the same size and the Pixel 6 Pro having the even bigger 6.7 inch screen. In terms of compactness, the screen and the design in general is pretty compact, and it fits in my pocket relatively well. And lastly, subsequently, because my camera battery is about to die, let's talk about the battery with this phone. The battery with this phone, thanks to the Snapdragon 765G low power chip, is excellent. Let me just show you the battery usage quickly. Okay, so consequently, as I was saying that the battery died, so here is my battery usage for today. As you can see, I did use it quite a lot, but it seemed to have recovered very well, and according to the phone, there should be about 17 hours and 2 minutes left, which is more than enough. In conclusion, the Pixel 4a 5G is a great phone, but then the question comes, should you buy it in 2022? In my opinion, yes. This is because it just works. It is enjoyable to use, and you get all those Pixel camera features, except for Magic Eraser, and it has 5G, so it'll be future-proofed for the future, as well as 2 more years if you buy it around now of software updates, which is just fine. But, especially in 2022, the Pixel 4a 5G is not for everyone. If you're an iPhone user who has a newer iPhone, in my opinion, you should not almost downgrade to this phone, as you are losing out on quite a lot of features that are reserved for the more expensive products, like 120Hz or 90Hz plus refresh rate, water resistance, and a more premiumly built design. So these are definitely some things to consider if you're looking for a more premium device, which in my opinion, this I would say is not exactly. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and comment down below what other videos would you like to see from this channel, and if we get to 20 likes, I will do a full 2020 setup tour, as if you noticed, there have definitely been some changes in the setup. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.